Hi, I'm Chuck Gilmore with Power to Sing. Thanks for joining me. Sorry for the delay. I have been having some technical difficulties, so I'm hoping that this is working for us all. It looks like my sound is still not completely healthy, so let me just double check something really quick. I am happy to see each of you today. I'm going to be taking questions also on on this uh, on this broadcast. So the topic today is I have a great chest voice, but I have a very poor head voice, and I'd like to be able to um, get up my live stream here so I can watch the questions. Yeah. All right. Okay. So first question is, can you hear me? And second question is, can you see me? And I'll assume that you can, unless I hear otherwise. I was going to double check again on audio. Hold on just a second. Let me just check and make sure that the audio. USB, ATR, USB audio. Sorry. Oh my goodness sakes. I think that's it. Let me bring that audio audio live. I hope that that's better now. Okay. So I'm going to check and just double check the audio with my own. All right. That's all right. Well, if you were on time, I was late. The reason why I was, you want to hear why I was late? Typically, I've got me a green screen now, and so everything was all set up. I had done some testing, and so that at least there's a dark background, and it's a little just so then I go live, or I try and go live, and and the whole it's just a green screen. I can't get the chromachrome to work, and so anyway, and then as you could tell, I had some audio problems, but so here we are. Now, the other day, I had a one of the reasons why I wanted to do this live broadcast is periodically I get questions, and so one of the things that I think is nice to be able to do is field some of the questions that I receive from you. And it was really interesting. I looked up a question that I got a long time ago, and this is from Franziska Dimitrova. And here's what she said. She said, I want to ask you a question since no one's ever told me the answer. My teachers have been trying to improve my chest voice, the one that is strongest, super bold and powerful. But she didn't, I don't know why. I can reach some tones, but they're not high enough. And not high enough for the music industry. She said, honestly, my falsetto is amazing. I've always wondered what mixed voice is. As I sang today, I sang this mixed voice, I guess, she said, and could sing very high notes. And they were pretty strong and powerful, but these tones I can never reach with the so-called chest voice, my boldest ones. She's obviously she's translating from her native language. She's doing really well. My chest voice is very, very powerful, and people say it's a pity I can't reach the high tones with it. So, is it possible to unlock them? Is it possible to reach at least 5 more and then try to sing the highest notes I can? I can hardly do it. But I do it, and then instantly the next one's unreachable. As if someone put something in my throat and I can't sing, and it sounds like I'm tugging. So, this is such a common occurrence. It's common because guess where, well, all of us guys, we live all our lives in chest voice. And the girls, your speaking voice is in chest, or it should be. And so I'm checking to see if I have any messages yet. I don't see any messages. So let's talk about this. I had it's very common for us to have a very strong and powerful chest voice. And for the men, it's everything below the E above middle C. From here on down to is our chest register. We have a large chest area in our voice. You ladies have smaller chest areas in your voice. And so you have more head voice. We have less head voice. So it's just inverted. And so but the women are speaking in chest. I don't know very many women who speak in their head voice. Everyone generally speaks, if they have a normal voice, fundamentally in chest. Now, I have seen some women who have a hard time speaking in their chest voice, but not very often. So the majority of us speak in chest, and many of us talk all day. We have teachers, or we have to be on the phone, or we have children, families that we're communicating with other people, and we're speaking in chest voice. And so when we sing, that's a very developed area in our voice. And so for this question, it's very common for us guys. If we're going to sing, ah, it can be a very strong, powerful voice. But the challenge is always, and for the women also, to take that powerful, strong voice up past the chest area. Because if you keep trying to bring the chest higher and higher, and then it's going to crack or break, as my what's her name, Francisca. As Francisca said, all of a sudden it gives out, and that's probably because it cracked and broke into falsetto. So how do we develop the ability to sound like we're in chest voice as we go higher and higher without actually having to carry the weight of the chest voice higher? This is the big question. This is always something that we have to deal with. Really the vast majority of singers that I've worked with. And so let's talk a little about this. I had a teacher one time who said, and so a lot of students come in and they have this huge, gigantic chest voice, and they're learning how to mix, and so they're getting up through the mix, but then the mix and the head voice is so wimpy and so weak. And so the question is, let's say that you've worked for a while and you're able to get up into your head voice. But suddenly it's just, you're not in falsetto, but it's just not very strong. And well, we're back to chest. It feels so good. How do we equalize those? Here's part of the problem, and I had one of my teachers share this kind of comparison. It's like your garage is mix, okay? The garage is mix, and let me I'm going to increase the size of that a little bit, and so your voice. There's your chest voice. You see the size of that chest voice? The size of that chest voice is huge, and you're trying to get it into a really small area, little small mix area, or your head voice is so underdeveloped and the mix is so underdeveloped that you can't get that great big chest voice to go in there. You can't get them to work together. It's just the voice is so large in chest that it just won't fit in. So what do we do to fix this problem? The basic concept is we've got to bring chest down a little bit. We've got to make it manageable. We have to bring everything down. Volume. We want to decrease the intensity. We want to so that way we can equalize. If chest is this great big thing, we can equalize it so that and here's our mix, and here's our chest. We need to get them about the same, so that we can get them to go together. And so I'm gonna say that this is chest, and then this is our head voice. We've got to get these so they can work together, and then we can really get this mix going, and then we can park that mix, so to speak. So if I say, so what does that mean? That means you've got to do exercises that take you through the middle. And you've got to do exercises that take you into the middle is your bridge, and up into the head voice. And you've got to get the coordination there. So there's a couple exercises that I would suggest. Now I'm going to do it in the men's key for now, but the same thing would apply for the women up here. One way to do it is to do this bubble lip. All right, now that might seem pretty wimpy right now, and you can't sing a song with that, but it starts to open, it has the effect of decreasing the size of this chest voice and allowing us to get through the middle, the bridge area, and start getting into head voice. So we still are faced with the problem of having this great big chest. Now, if I said, nay, 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 if I started doing these exercises on the nay, let's say, and I said, nay, 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 that wouldn't be the right direction, because I'm so strong, so loud, so big on chest that it's going to be difficult for me to start being able to blend in with that upper that's small. So I've got to bring the volume down. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Now I'm going through my bridge, and I'm not cracking or breaking, so I'm starting to transition now into my head voice. Nay, nay. But if you notice, I'm not saying nay, 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 nay. Nay, nay. Bring the chest down. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Nay, 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 nay. Well, you say, well, I still can't use that in a song. No, you can't. Well, you could. It depends on the song. There are songs that have, soft portions of them that you could use them. Nay. So if I said, nay, 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 from Bring Him Home from Les Miserables, I mean, that's a very soft, gentle sound. Nay, 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 bring him home, nay, nay, nay. But most of the time the question is, well, how do I get big and powerful like I've got in my chest voice? Again, the answer is bring the chest voice down and then start to build all of the voice equally. If I said, notice I'm not saying I'm bringing the whole thing down. Now, eventually, the early on, the mistake is too often made. So we've got to get everything so that they're about the same volume, about the same feel. So we can go on to other things. Mum, 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 Now, what happens? What happens is that if we'll bring that volume down and not press and push so hard, either in chest or in the top, notice there's not much tension in that. But if I want to try and push it too hard, come on, I got to have that power. Well, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to exercise some patience. Why? Why do you have to have patience? Well, because here's what's going to happen. Let's just say you start to get it. And you want to, okay, now I've got it. I'm up there. I can feel it. I'm connected. But you start pushing and then it falls out. It falls apart. It cracks. It breaks. Why? Because you haven't, let's compare it to riding a bicycle. You've just learned to ride the bike. You still have training wheels on, and now you want to go down a big hill without any hands? You've got to take this a little bit at a time, step by step, so that pretty soon you can ride the bicycle without any training wheels, and then you can go down hills confidently and comfortably, and then on a level surface you can go without any hands, and then finally you can go down the hill without any hands. See, it's a process of time. Excuse me. Now, so be patient with yourself. Get coordinated vocally. Get the voice balanced. Balanced by that I mean equal in the bottom, equal in the top. Now you can begin gradually to increase your volume on these as long as you maintain the coordination that you've had in the lighter volume. Now for me, I still have to think about being very relaxed and very released. That doesn't sound too powerful yet. But that's clearly in my head voice. In fact, that's my second bridge. That's the high A above middle C. I'm connected, meaning I'm not in falsetto. So I have head voice going. I'm able to get through the bridge evenly. Then over time, with some practice, I can do it with a lot of different exercises there. Nay, 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 nay. Gee, 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 gee. No, 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 no. And so as I get this coordination I'm able to maintain the coordination on different vowels and different consonants, and through that bridge area, not changing. No, 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 no. It's all got to be even. Now what happens with time and practice and not allowing yourself to to just do it in chest or just yell it or scream it or whatever, then you start being able to gradually lean on that. So that you can lean hard on it. I don't know if hard's the best singing term, but you can lean firmly into that, pressing firmly into it and not have it fall out. And also not pull up the chest voice or try and manipulate it some other way, covered to make it loud. What happens here is the vocal cords begin to function on their own without any external muscles because you haven't been using those in the practice. That's how you develop this ability to sing chest-sounding notes in the head register. But it's my head voice. It's just that now, instead of, if these were the vocal cords, instead of just being up here, I'm getting deeper into the chords. No. So I'm getting deeper into it, but I'm not just the vocal cords. I'm not straining. I'm not pulling my larynx up. I'm not pulling the chest voice higher. I'm able to just get deeper into the vocal cord structure because I've taken the time to find that balance and coordination. And the way you have to do it is you have to decrease that size of the chest voice, and then as you're building your voice, you're able to eventually get it in to your mix, get it in so that there's a blend, and eventually you're able to get it right into to your mix in a balanced, efficient way, and then pretty soon, elegantly, beautifully into it, which is what we're all going for, right? So that's how that works. I had some questions. Can you give me some exercise to sing head voice? This is one of the exercises that you can use, the ones I've already demonstrated, and on the 5-tone scale, as well as this one. Nay, 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 nay. But in order to get head voice, you've got to be able to negotiate the bridge. You've got to be able to hit the bridges. Now, I'm going to address a couple of the questions here, so I'm going to look away so that I can see these questions on my other monitor. All right, so I have 2 questions about how can I better my head voice. I hope that this has been helpful. Hi, I just joined. Can you give me some advice on how to keep the larynx low? It's probably my biggest problem. I tongue exercises every day, but it's still rising with the singing high notes. I don't do tongue exercises. The tongue will move with vowels and with consonants, and that will take care of itself. Whenever you try and manipulate something in your mouth and try and put something someplace or move your tongue in a certain area, the only thing I would say is, generally speaking, leave your tongue resting and relaxed below your lower teeth, behind the lower teeth, just touching there. For most everything you need, that's where it goes to when you're done with the consonant or vowel or the word. So I wouldn't spend time doing tongue exercises. Your tongue is strong enough, and it will do what it needs to do. But the larynx, it's just such a very big challenge. For me personally, I've always had difficulty. My tendency is to have a high larynx, and my tendency is to pull chest. That's what I tend to do. And so I always have to be cognizant of that, be working on that. But if you put your hand here on your Adam's apple and say, and this is Michael. Michael, if you put your hand here and say, duh, not just duh, but duh, you can feel how that, you should feel it drop. Duh. If you're giving that really stupid sound, really dopey, okay? It's a cartoon character, duh. Like Yogi Bear or Deputy Dog. And so you can put your hand here, feel your Adam's apple drop. Duh. Well, that's that dopey sound starts some muscles that will pull this down. Now, you can combine that then with something like gee. Not just gee, but gee. Say those 2 words. Say gee, just say gee normal, and say gee, adding that dopey sound. Gee. You can feel the larynx drop. The larynx is the Adam's apple in this area in here. Right behind that bump for the guys. For the girls, you have to kind of find it by pushing in and feeling that first bit. It's cartilage right there. That's the top of the larynx. That's your Adam's apple. I guess for the girls it's Eve apple or something. Anyway, smaller. But right behind that's the vocal cords. So if we can get the larynx to stay down, and so this dopey sound is an artificial imposition. Duh, ba, ma, gee, 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 gee. And so the way to practice this in the exercises, you don't necessarily want to sing this way, but because you don't talk this way, so why would you sing that way? But it's like gee, 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 gee. We're just like going to the gym. We're going to lift some weights. When we pull the larynx down, we're going to exert some, we're going to retrain these muscles here to keep it down. So that way, when we get into a song, we're able to keep it down. Or when we're going through the first bridge of our voice, which is the hardest part. For the boys, for the men, it's at the C, at the E above middle C. If I lose that imposition of the low larynx, and the larynx goes up, and it cracks. Another little tip is do it with ooh lips. That makes it even easier. But keep that dopey sound the whole time. If you do, it goes hooty on top. Hooty, hoodow, hoo, hoo, hee. But if I lose that dopey sound, if the larynx goes up, I lose that hooty sound. So we want to keep that dopey sound, and that's going to help you get through the bridge. And you can do that on any exercise. Those are all beneficial. You can do it on no, 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 mum, 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 mum. Here's another good one. Wolf, 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 wolf. So that's an exercise to keep the larynx down. Many times I was trained only in chest. Now I have a problem thinning process. So when I flip the bridge, I flip totally. Yes. This little session today should be helpful. I think it's because I have too strong a chest. Well, it certainly makes it harder to go through the bridge if you have a great big chest voice. It's not that we want to have a good solid chest voice, but it's overdeveloped. It's like a tennis player, like one arm is this great big arm and the other arm is just like this little tiny thing, that you can't even see. And I don't play tennis, so my arms are both great, but just kidding. But so one's overdeveloped, one's underdeveloped. You got to develop them both the same. So take the chest down in intensity and then learn to get through the bridge, develop that coordination, and then gradually bring everything up as you practice. It just the entire voice will then grow in strength and power, and then you'll end up with one strong voice instead of an overpowering chest and a head voice that's nothing. Okay. Sometimes my volume is too much down at the point that is affect chord closure. Yes, if you get too... Now, there's a difference. This is a great point. This is really great information. There's a difference between soft and breathy. Okay, breathy means the vocal cords are coming apart. But listen. That's soft, but notice it's not this. Can you hear the difference? Soft is not breathy. So if I come up here and say, no, 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 pretty soft, but it's not. No, 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 no. So don't let go of the chord structure. You can go soft, piano or pianissimo, piano or pianissimo. Go, 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 go. Chords are together. Go, 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 go. Chords are apart. So even though they're both soft, the one you don't want to let the chord structure go. You can still bring the volume down and be very much in chest voice. It's like you're talking at the theater, talking very softly so that the other person can hear you. I'm still in chest. I'm not letting my vocal cords go. Okay, so, yes. Well, I've been broadcasting almost 30 minutes. I don't want to go any longer. I hope this has been helpful today. If you find it helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, share it with someone that you know would find this helpful. And until next week, I'm trying to do this every week at 1 o'clock my time in the USA and Mountain Standard Time. Sorry for the delay to getting started today. I had some technical difficulties I'm still working through. And all the best to you. You can sing higher with beauty, confidence, and power. I'll see you next time. Thanks.